You want to randomize it? What's up? Kick it off?
Yeah.
It's Amber's birthday, so she gets to
Oh, yeah, that's how we do it. You get to pick.
It's your birthday.
Or you can either choose who goes first, or you can elect to let the randomizer do its thing. You can, whatever your choice. You can do whatever you want to do.
Okay, I did any meet my own and landed on Aaron.
I call bullshit. That's not how that happened.
I did. Yeah,
all right,
I did.
so
I did.
I'm gonna randomize to see who goes. Well, I gotta ask the question, but I'll randomize it first anyway. See who goes first.
For the answer?
Yeah, for the answer.
It's yellow.
It's green.
It's green. No! It's green. Okay.
Yes, that's over.
Oh, so that means I go third. Okay, cool. No, third.
Last.
Okay.
Yeah, third. I go last.
No, you go second. Amber go last.
Amber goes last.
All right. Yeah. My question is, like in a relationship, have you ever had bad sexual chemistry, and how do you fix it if you do?
Jumping out the gate. Oh, God.
I told you I was gonna ask one of these pods. I was gonna get into one of these topics because people got problems like this all the time. People want to know. The people want to know.
That's facts, though.
So he said, "What do you do if you've ever had
in a relationship? If you've ever had bad sexual chemistry, what do you do to improve it, or can you?"
Or can you? There has to be something physically wrong with you if you can't.
No, maybe you're not open to that kind of communication or something. Maybe you feel like you demand.
Hey, let me talk.
True.
I think it boils down to communication, because everybody likes different things, and I think it's also about those individual people knowing what they like. Like, some people can tell you A through Z, this is what I like, when I like it, how I like it. And then other people are just like, I'm kind of open, kind of just figuring it out type of thing. Can it be improved? I think it can, because obviously there's a level of attraction there. I don't think people just like have sexual interactions with people just... Okay, you can just too, but there has to be some sort of attractive factor. Because I just
you can wake up and be like, "What happened?"
It can definitely be improved on. But if it's somebody who's just like, you 45 years old, you should know X, Y, and Z. I ain't trying to teach you. Move on. Then no.
Yeah, at 45, I might not be trying to be no teacher.
That's fine. But everybody have different experiences.
I'm also not trying to get no new relationship at 45 either, so let me just put that out there too.
Experiences. So, just because some people start really young, that's not the case for everybody. And, like, some people are still virgins. Some people are genuinely saving themselves for marriage. And those are people that you would have to...
It's a small percentage.
Have to teach. I don't think... It's not as small as you think it is.
I think it's a pretty small percentage.
Yeah. But you can teach. I think it can be taught. And chemistry can be there. I think chemistry dies when people stop trying. Honestly.
Yeah.
Do you think whenever it dies,
that's true.
Do you think when it dies, can it become relit? Like, when it dies, can it become, like, can y'all get that sexual chemistry back? Like, say if you in a relationship with somebody...
I think so. I think it may just be more work to bring some, like, to breathe life back into it versus like just going to meet somebody new.
It can die when you're still trying too. I'm gonna put that out there. It can die when you're still trying. I feel like this is a question that some people may have problems with in their relationship, or people they're dating and they want to try to move forward, but maybe they're like, "Oh, this is not working. Yeah. I don't know if I should go into this because I don't know if we can make this better." You got you fit all the other boxes, but for some reason, this doesn't work, and I don't really want to take that next step.
Is that a reason to dub it?
Yeah,
I
think so. If you're not willing to like work for it, yeah, because I'm sure there's gonna be.
So you think at the beginning of dating?
No, I'm not saying top 5. I'm just saying, like, if you feel like it's just like.
Top 10.
But it all depends, though.
Jeez.
If somebody has a top 10, if somebody has 10
Well, honestly, it's on Drew, so I'm gonna let Drew go. I'm gonna wait till my turn before I go there. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you go because I'm going after you.
Well, it depends. It depends. I think for each, because when I talk to the viewers, I know it could be single people, people relationships, people dating. I feel as though for each phase it differs. If you start talking and if you're dating somebody and y'all are having sexual intercourse, that connection should be there. If it's not there, then the dating should almost cease. I feel like, though, especially at the beginning when everything is so live. I don't think there's a girl or guy here that has had sex with somebody and the connection was not off the first. Was off the first, say 3 times, because the man might slip up one time, the girl might slip up, but that third time, if the sexual connection isn't there, I feel as though it wouldn't move further past that. If you're somebody who had sex while during the dating stage versus after y'all solidified being girlfriend boyfriend. So I feel for somebody who's dating that if the sexual connection isn't there, cease from dating. For somebody who just started dating, say y'all together in a relationship, it's within that first 4 or 5 months puppy dog stage, the connection I say would still be there. I think from my point of view, I'm looking at Amber for confirmation, but I think should still be there. Within the first 5 months. But I feel like after that, between that like 5 to, I don't know when, but then at that point, that's when it's like a getting to learn each other type of thing. Does that make sense? And I feel like I think it's a more of a really learning each other together, learning each other separately, learning after that point, I feel. Because at that point, you 5 or 6 months in and you just having sex with one person. Whereas when you're dating, she just got done having sex with whoever she was having sex with. You just got done off of whoever you was having sex with. So after that 5 months, you get a consistent box or a consistent pipe. Then it's like, okay, after a while, it's like, okay, now this is just every day. This is mundane. I'm like, but then after that, that's when you say, oh, wow. And you start communicating to each other, I think, and learning after that, I think.
It kind of depends. The time is like not that significant to me, I think, in this equation, like how long you've been dating. I think it's more so of how many other boxes do they check if it's not good, if that makes sense. So like if they fit all your other boxes, like say like, oh yeah, I want a girl who's smart and can hold a conversation, who's funny, loyal, and all the other shit, and the sexual chemistry just is like a little off or something. It's like, all right, do you throw away everything that you really...
When you say a little off,
like it's just like a little off, maybe like, oh, like you just can't like catch the rhythm, and it's just like a little off or something, and it's just like, oh, like I don't know, like it's a little shaky. It's a little shaky. I think like it depends, like I said, I think it depends on how many other boxes they check. I'm not sure that, because it's hard to check all of your boxes in general. It's almost damn near impossible.
Yeah.
It's pretty much impossible. You have to sacrifice some of your boxes at some point. Mm-hmm. And true. Yeah, I think like that might have to be one of the boxes you sacrifice. You might not necessarily have to sacrifice it forever, because maybe you guys just need to learn each other, and then at some point maybe you guys just have the best sex that you've ever had in your life. You don't know, it could like lead up to that. You guys just need to learn each other, because everybody's not the same. If you're not checking the other boxes like that are keeping me interested, and that's off, then it's like, oh well, at this point it doesn't really make any sense to continue this. But if you're checking all the other boxes, like all the other like important boxes as well, it's like, all right, I know like this is important to me too, because I enjoy doing it or whatever, but it's hard to find those other things. Anybody can have good sex. You can go out anywhere. Like, it's not hard to find that, if we're being realistic. Like, yeah, that's important. I think that's the thing. But that's not hard to find. Like, it's not hard to find good sex. Like, honestly, probably like 7 out of the 10 people you have sex with will probably be at least good sex. It might not be great, but it'll be good sex.
When it comes to sex, it can be overcome. Like, when you're dating somebody, I feel like when I'm dating, I'm not trying, like, I'm not like looking for who can, who I can have the best sex with, like, and like that's just not the case. So I just feel like when I'm dating, it's a bunch of other areas, and then if we do have sex, we'll get to that. It's a bunch of other things that I'm trying to know and figure out before we get to that point, if I'm to take you seriously. So I feel like even if, you know, when you do get to that point and you choose to have sex with that person, and it's not the best, but they are so much fun to be around, everything else just kind of falls in line. I feel like sex is something to be learned, because there's certain things, especially since I'm younger, I feel like there's a lot I don't know about my body. I feel like I'm still learning my body. I'm still learning different things about myself. Like the older I get, things change. I have to realign myself and really figure out, okay, what's something that, you know, I feel would entice me, or like as a woman, I feel like we don't just instantly get to that point during sex. Like this is something we have to figure out and learn for ourselves. And if it's hard for us to learn about ourselves, it's even harder for a man to understand. So if I'm still learning this about myself and we're still learning, we should take the time to learn one another together, because our experiences are different. What we like are different. We're getting older. Things are changing. So we are going to evolve with those changes. So as far as like, okay, of course it gets like, it becomes repetition, but that's when you kind of look at it like what things new, or not even that, but I just feel like it's a mindset. For me, it's a mindset. It's all in my mind. So everything, like I have to be kind of 5 senses all aligned in that moment.
Also, don't be blinded by really good sex.
Don't
blinder. Jump into a relationship because like the sex is just crazy. But I feel like because if they don't check none of the other boxes, that's not gonna work anyway, bro.
Like more often than not.
What if they check the other boxes too? What if they check the other boxes?
Well, if they check the other boxes, of course.
Fine, but when people normally like jump into a relationship
different
with the blinders and you have sex, there's 9 times out of 10 a lot more things are off.
You let stuff fly that your friends or your family having to come and tell you, you don't see this, you don't see that, and it's because
that's the thing.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that one.
That's the thing. That's the thing.
Agree. It is.
That's the thing. And I'm pretty sure plenty of people who listen to this podcast, or maybe people who don't listen to this podcast, would agree that they've had some really good sex and that's put them in some really stupid situations that they had no business being in.
The thing is, because like, I mean, sex is such a...
I feel like everyone views sex differently.
Yeah. But I think like
it's not going to be the same for every person.
Bro.